From the beginning of time, coal has been seen as the ultimate holy grail, as elusive as the speed limit of light. Many times, the greatest triumph is seen as our mastery of heat. Yet our journey for coal is equally as intriguing. Imagine our schools without air conditioning, our homes without freezers. Nobody had any ideas what cold was. Yet in the last few centuries, coal has transformed everything. This is the story of how scientists and dreamers around the world dive lower and lower down the temperature scale to conquer the cold and reach absolute zero.
Cornelius Drebbel was an early 17th century alchemist, and he was the first person to experiment with the cold. What he did was he took numerous amounts of fans and other contraptions to create a sort of cold atmosphere inside a room, creating a modern air conditioner, if you will. He was one of the first persons to actually create something like this, and it wasn't until a few centuries later that we actually see this in homes and other buildings. Francis Bacon, he was one of the very first persons to actually apply the scientific method to the study of cold, and what he did was he caught a freshly killed chicken and he stuffed it with ice and snow to see if it would remain fresh for a longer period of time than normal. And in his results, he actually found that cold preserved things. Next. Robert Boyle, what he did was he wanted to find out if cold was actually a substance. And so what he did was he placed water in a barrel and he waited because he knew that when water froze, it expands. So he wanted to see if that expansion creates a large amount of mass and increase of weight. So what he did was he put water inside a barrel and he left it outside to freeze, and the next day he waited again and he found that it was actually the same, so cold was not a substance, is what he discovered.